Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Oh, what's that? Light? That's right, this is All the Mods 10 Light version. So it is the day before Christmas, and the All the Mods team decided to drop this early Christmas present on our laps. So if you are not familiar with the Light version, well, it's a Light version. It's like all the mods, except that they trimmed all the mods out of there in an attempt to make it a little bit lighter. You know, for the people with less speedier computers. Or maybe potato computers, you know. So that's a good thing, you know. That's a nice thing for them to do because we want to play all the mods and all the mods 10, you know, that's a mainline pack and it can be a little bit beefy sometimes, you know, with all those mods in there and everything. What is it, like 500 mods now? Sheesh. So anyway, the light version right here, it's brand new. It's version 1.0, so you know that it's going to be like updates upon updates, trying to build upon it, etc., etc. This number's probably not going to stay the same, but I am hoping that they think long and hard before adding more mods to it, you know. It is a light version after all. So anyway, we have 208 mods in here. They're still using NeoForge. It's on Minecraft 1.21.1, and so let's check things out, shall we? I already made a new world here because I didn't want to wait. So let's just go in there and check out what the performance is like. Now, mind you, every time you make a new world, it's always going to be smooth, right off the bat, you know. But that's when you start building your lag factories, building your uber large creations and shoving everything into one area. That's when it's going to start to lag, you know. So if you play around with shaders, then you know, it's probably going to lag even more because the FPS is just going to drop every time you play around with tech and shove everything into one area, etc., and then you end up turning it off, and that's going to be real bad because you ever play with shaders and you turn it off, and it's going to look horrible bad, you know. Oh boy. Okay. All right. We'll leave this alone for a little while. We'll leave it alone for a little while. Yeah. We'll check out the performance like this. See what's in here. Ooh, free backpack. You know, every time I open the storage chest, it just gives you a backpack. That's a nice thing to have, you know. So cool. All right, sure. Let's take a look around. We got a village over here, and keep an eye on that FPS counter at the top right there. You know, it's like 1800 before when I switched the shaders off. So if you don't play with shaders and you want that uber performance, then that's the number you're gonna expect. You know, should expect on like a slightly outdated mid-range PC like this one, you know. Here are my specs, by the way. You can pause it. Okay, so there you go. If you're on potato PC, then it's unfortunate. I know, I've been there. I had potato PCs before, and I remember back in the days of Feed the Beast Infinity when I started building stuff, and it's just like consistently like 15 FPS, and that sucks so bad. It sucks so bad. I had to stop playing it. It's very unfortunate. But you know, these days, you get mods just to improve your performance, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad these days. Even on vanilla, you can just get used to it. You know, it's not that bad looking. Just get used to it. You just turn off the shaders after a while. So yeah, pretty smooth. Pretty smooth so far. Granted, it is a new world, and I haven't built anything in this world. But once you do, and you start force loading chunks, then, you know, well, what do you expect, you know? Building lag factories here and there. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad performance. Let's switch back to the shaders. Go back to here. There we go. And you may notice the menu, the video settings menu, is a little bit different than Almost 10. Okay, there we go. All right, what's the FPS now? Around the 200s? Okay, that's to be expected. That's to be expected. So when you're flying around, and you hit FPS like that, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Kind of smooth-ish. Now, mind you, I do have OBS at the moment open, so that's probably going to take like a few FPS off the counter. So, cool. All right, there we go. All right, let's check out what we have in this particular pack. Let's see, you have the vanilla stuff right there. Okay, let's go on to the next page, because that's where all the mods are. Spawn eggs, okay. Apotheosis, that's what you want to see. AE Infinity Booster, okay. Industrial foregoing, all the wizard gear, Wildly Heart containers, cooking for blockheads, more industrial foregoing, all the compressed, of course, it has to have all compressed mods, and all the mods in here. You have the star, but we'll check that out later. All the ores, all the treaks, crystallix, extended crafting, iron jetpacks, luminax, potions master, pylons, ooh, shrink, Aldemodium Met Compact, Croptopia, Modular Routers, Easy Villagers, Elevators, Apothic Enchanting, Farmer's Delight, Farming for Blockheads, FTP Suite, Range Pumps, Industrial Foregoing Generators, Simply Light, Looter, AE2, AE2 Facades, AE2 Wireless Terminals, Artifacts, Sophisticated Backpacks, Decor, Sophisticated Storage, Storage in Motion, ooh, okay. Malum, okay, alright. People say it's a good mod. I'm keeping an open mind. Alright, Malum, Scars of Arcana, oh, alright. Nice looking blocks there. Okay. Malum, the Earth Imbued. Ooh. I like it. Now, I'm hoping that they make it a little bit more intuitive. Iron. Okay, moving on. I know nothing about it. Okay, more Malum. Mechanism Generators. Mechanism Tools. Industrial Foregoing. Occultism. Rechiseled. Relics. More Industrial Foregoing. RF Tools Base. RF Tools Builders. RF Tools Utility, Simply Magnets, Iron Spells and Spellbooks and Equipment, Iron Spells and Spellbooks Materials, Iron Spellbooks Blocks, Iron Spellbook Scrolls, Aquaculture, Construction Sticks, Flux Networks, Gateways to Eternity, Hostile Neural Networks, QJS, Mega Cells, Mock Grinding Utilities, War Berries Replanted. What? Okay, sure. Power, Apply Flux, Extended AE2, Psycraft World, Psycraft Machines, Psycraft Foils, Industrial Foregoing Tools, Torchmaster, Industrial Foregoing Transport, and Waystones. That's it. And you may be wondering, so, where's the refined storage? It's not in here, guys. Sad face. You know, I'm all for competition. You know, you gotta have like competing storage units, but it looks like AE2 is here to stay. You know, it's just at the top of the top right now. So, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, wait a second. What happened to Ars Nouveau? Sad face is not in here. Oh, whoa, what, is Crate in here? No. Oh, happy days! I want to download this pack right now! I freaking hate Create! So yeah, there's no Crate in here. So yeah, no Ars Nouveau, no Create, no Refined Storage, so yeah. Let me see. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong? No, I didn't spell it wrong. Okay. Alright, let me go get the file list, and we'll check out the nitty-gritty details on what's missing. Let me turn this on. Let me turn this on. Okay. And then we'll go in here. Yeah? Does that work? Okay, there we go. All right, so if you go to the content tab over here, this is where you see the list of mods somewhere here. Right there, look at that. It's like 201 mods in here already. All right, there. So, cool. And hold on a sec. Okay, so this is a software called WinMerge, and that is for comparing files, namely text files, script files, things with text in it. So cool. Let's go ahead and compare the file list of all the mods 10, which is on the left side, and all the mods 10 Lite, which is on the right side. So let's go ahead and see what the heck did they take off from all the mods 10. So anyway, we have AE2 CT. I don't know what that is. It's an AE2 add-on. Never heard the damn thing, but it's not in there. AE2 import-export card. I feel that's not widely used, so that's why they took it off. AE2 integration, JEI integration, still in there, so cool. AE2 network analyzer, that damn tool that doesn't even go into AE2 itself. So yeah, they took that off. Let's see, AE2 WT library. Okay, that's just a library file. Let's go ahead and look at the files that they did remove. You can clearly see what file is included. So yeah, they took off Ether. Good riddance. No, just kidding. This is not wrong with Ether. I think it looks nice. AI improvements. Boo! AI, get rid of it. Get rid of it. No AI. Akashic Tome, they took that one off. All the Arcanist gear, they took that one off. Let's see, all the ores and stuff like that. Okay, they didn't take that one off. All right, moving along. I may miss like one or two because it's like trying to see all the text and stuff. Let's see, almost uniform. Okay, that's still in there. Okay, amendments, they took that one off. I forgot what amendments is. Is that like some kind of like utility mod, or is this some kind of like decoration mod? I think it's a decoration mod. Maybe wrong about that. So yeah, they took that off. And let's see what else they taken off. They took off applied mechanistics, I think. Let's see, apply mechanistics. Apply energistics is still in there. Okay, all right, it took off mechanistics. Let's see. Oh, by the way, the Ultimates 10 pack that I pulled this off of, it's going to have different version numbers because I haven't updated that pack in a few versions. I'm just waiting for them to remove Eternal Starlight, then I'll update it. Yeah, so let's see. Apply mechanistics. I don't see it on the right side, so I think they removed that one. Apply flux. Aquaculture is still in there. Architecture. I think that's a library mod. All right, moving along. Now, of course, all the Ars add-ons in Ars Nouveau is taken off because they didn't. Well, it was way too much. I feel it's way too much. You know that's why they went for the Iron Spells spellbook stuff because that's I feel it's a little bit more straightforward than Ars. All right, they left artifacts in there. Athena Neoforge has a library mod. Let's see what else. Auroras. They took that one off. I think that's a visual thing. All right, let's see what else here. Let's see, Bobby Heart Containers, BCC. Bells and Whistles. I think that's a crate add-on with bells and whistles. So yeah. Bibliocraft to remove, which is a shame because it has nice things in it. You know, just display your stuff and stuff. But you know, it's really not needed. So yeah. Block UI, don't know what that is. I think that's library mod. Blue Flame. I think that's a visual mod in order to make something make sense. I think it has something to do with Soulfire and the Blue Flame. Bookshelf, they left that one in. Okay. Let's see, Botany Pots, they took that one off. Isn't really widely used, but during the early game, that would be more useful, you know. Let's see, Botany Trees. Brandon's Core, that's removed. Bridging mod. I can take it or leave it with the bridging mod, you know. I find myself not using it much these days. And besides, every time I have it on, I end up placing the blocks in the wrong place, and it's just annoying. Building gadget? What do you get rid of building gadgets? What the heck? That's very useful. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, you could add it back if you want to. Let's see. Byzantine? Byzantine? Does that have something to do with mine colonies? I don't know. Cable tiers? Don't know what that is. Is that the cables related to something, or maybe pipes with Zmod? Don't know. Let's see. Careless to remove. Camo? Wait, they remove camo? Did you at least leave the... You don't have copycat in here. Well, okay, all right. I don't know. They removed camo. I think that was useful for visual looks. CC tweak. They removed that. Charging gadgets. Of course, they removed charging gadgets. They removed building gadgets, so why not remove the charging gadgets? Chipped. They removed. Chisel. Chroma carvings. They did removed. Cloud glass removed. Haven't used that much. You know, it's for visual looks after all. Let's see. Cobble gen galore. They removed. Okay, moving on along here. Colorful hearts. Colorful wheel. Color wheel. Oh, okay. That's for I think that's performance. Has something to do with shaders and rendering and stuff. Okay, comforts to remove that. That's the one with the sleeping bags. Common capabilities. Compact machines they removed. Connected glass they removed. Okay, construction sticks. Controlling. Cooking for blockheads. Corgi library. Okay, all right. Crafting on a stick. Yeah, that's still in there. That's still in there. And of course, we have none of the crate stuff. Okay. Let's see, Crash Utilities, Croptopia, Creeper Overhaul. Not in there. So if you're hoping for that cave creeper goodness, it's you're not going to get that. Let's see, Chris. That's a library mod. Cryo IC config. That's not in there. See, Crystalix still in there. CTM's been removed. All right. Okay, Cyclops. I don't see Cyclops in there. I think that's the library mod. Dark mode everywhere. Deeper and darker. Okay, that's not in there. That's the dimension thing, I think. Let's see. Demos. Dim storage. Oh, that's the rest of the D's right there. They cut the D shorter, guys. The dim storage, disenchanting. The Donum Ornamental, that's the visual looks there, furniture and stuff. Draconic Evolution. Oh, thank goodness they removed that. Sheesh. Freaking 40-minute fight with the Chaos Guardian. Ridiculous. Drippy loading screen. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the drippy loading screen. Because it's bad enough that you gotta sit there waiting for the pack to load for 5 minutes. Then we gotta load that too. Okay, thanks. They removed the target dummy. See, dungeon crawl, dungeon arise, dynamics, dynamics and friends, Dyson Cube project. They removed those. Okay. Easy villages still in there. Let's see. They bad library. Okay, that's library mod. Embedium. Okay, they removed that, so that's why the screen looks different when you go to video settings. Ender drives, they removed that. No Ender IO. Enderman overhaul's not in there. Let's see, Entangled. Well, you got rid of Entangled? That was useful. Okay, alright. Eternal Starlight, didn't put that in. Obvious reasons. That was laggy. Let's see, Furia Patcher. Everything Copper. Evil Craft removed. Expanded AE. What the heck? Did they remove that? What the heck? Oh, expanded, not extended, right? They gotta leave extended AE in there. Come on. Okay, Experience Library. Explorify to remove. Extended Industrialization. I would imagine that they didn't put Modern Industrialization in here. That would be nuts. Extended AE. It's still in there. Okay. Extra disk, they removed that. No extra storage. Extreme Reactors, that's not in there. Factory blocks, okay. Fancy menu, they didn't put that in there. The pack loaded much faster, obviously. Let's see, Farms to Light still in there, Farm Blockheads, okay. Farsight. They put Farsight in here? Alright, okay. I mean, if you can get away with it, sure. Let's see, Fast Furnace. Fast Suite, Fast Workbench, okay. File list is the file that I use in order to save the file list so I can see it in here. Fireproof boats. Okay, that's not in there. Flicker fix. Flux network still in there. Okay. Forbidden Arcanus is not in here. Thank goodness. Formations. Formations Nether. Formations Overworld. And Frame Blocks is not in there. Framework Neoforge. Okay. Some of the FTB mods are in here, of course. Let's see, view goes here. Functional storage. You got rid of drawers? What the heck? Well, I guess you still have sophisticated storage. I guessing that can tie you over. But so useful. Okay, alright, fine. Fuzzy config, that's not in there. I don't know what that's for. Okay, generator galore. Interesting. I mean, you still have the power, so I would imagine it's not really that necessary, you know. Okay. Get it together. Drops. Glass Central, that's not in there. Gravitational modulating additional unit. What? Okay. Handcrafted, that's not in there. Heartened armadillos. What a mod, okay. Herbs and harvest. Hey, Barry, shut up. That's not in there. Okay, Hyperbox is not in there. Ice and Fire, that's also not in there. Illager Warship. I'm fast. Immersive Engineeristics. Immersive Engineering, that's not in there. In Control. Industrial Foregoing Souls. We don't have the soul searching. Okay, Industrial Foregoing, that should be in there. Industrialization Overdrive, that's not in there, obviously. Integrated Crafting, so we don't have the integrated dynamic stuff in there. Okay. Interdimensional Wireless Transmitter. Okay, don't know what that is. Add-on mod for A2, or maybe find storage, I don't know. C, Iron Jewelry, that's in there. Spellbooks, okay, that's in there. Okay, Journey Map, that's not in there. So if you're a big fan of Journey Map, it's you're gonna have to use the FTB map. See, Jupiter. Just Started Things. Wait, they took up Just Started Things? Okay, alright. I mean, even though that it takes like a little bit too much text for each machine, it's damn useful. But well, it's not in here. You're gonna have to use modular routers. Just zoom. We don't have a zoom mod. I guess you can use the spyglass. Yeah. Concrete. Okay. Cube chest is in here. Laser bridges been taken out. No laser IOs. Lionfish, that is, I think that's Cataclysm. Right. Litho Stitch, Little Big Redstone. Little Things, no, Living Things is not in here. I don't know what this is. Library mod. Looter, It should be in there. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Luminax is in there. Cataclysm is not in here. Maho Sukai is not in here. Okay, Macaw's stuff. Do we have any Macaw's stuff? Okay, Macaw's stuff is gone. No visual looks, no furniture, or any of the building stuff. Okay, measurements still in there. Mega cells, mechanisms, mechanism covers, it's not there. I've heard that it has issue in the past, so I'm not quite sure about that. Mechanistic routers. Mech-MM. Forgot what that means. Melody's not in there. Memory settings. Okay, let me go all the way down here. Okay, all of this has been taken out. Like right there. Mining gadgets, mine colonies, stuff like that. Okay. Model fix, modern dynamics. And model industrialization. Okay. Modular Bs is not in there. MMR is not in here. It's always been a problem in the past, so I would imagine that they don't want that in here anymore. Okay, Monaco, Moog's nether structure, soaring structures, and voyager structures. Alright. Moonlight's not in here. More red is not in here. More structures. Multi-pistons. Mystical agriditions. Oh, yeah. Mystical agriculture's not in here. Nature's aura is not in here. Whatever this is. Not enough animations. Not enough glyphs. No village DM. No escape is not in here. Okay. They do have occultism, but they don't have the CubeJS version. Okay, alright. All the biomes we got. Oh yeah, what kind of biome mod do we have in here? Is it just like default? I think it's just default, isn't it? Hold on. Let's go back in here and check. Okay, single player, create new world. It probably wouldn't tell me, right? Is it just like world? Yeah, it probably wouldn't tell me. Okay, alright. It works a little bit differently now, so whatever. Okay, let's go back in here. All the trees you'll grow, Omega config, open loader, Oracle index, Oritex not in here. OWO, oh no, they took that out, what the heck? No OWO. Pam's Horuscraft is not in there. Let's see, what else? Pipes with Z, not in there. Nomadcraft's not in there. Pocket Storage, not in there. Let's see, Ponder GS is not in there. Alright, Productive Bees, Metalworks, and Trees is not in there. Rapcraft's not in there. Rainbows is not in there. Reap, Rebind, Rechisel Create, Rechisel Shipped. Redstone Pen, Refined Types, Refined Storage is not in there. Refurbished Furniture, Regions Unexplored. Reliquary, Reliquified Twilight Forest. I'll go a little bit faster here. Resource Config. Okay, Restrictions. At least some of the ARV tools made it in there, right? Alright. Let's see, Roots Classic, Sawmills, not in there. Scalable Cats. Scalable Cats Force. S-Geared Metalworks. Shiny Mod is not in here. I think that's causing some conflicts with something else. Silent Gear is not in here. Simple Weather. Sodium Neoforge. I disabled this version. What the heck did I do with the other one? Okay, alright. I disabled it for some reason. That is 0.613. Must be using something else. Okay, must be even like an old file that's left over. Let's see, sophisticated backpacks create integration. So create in here after all. I'm guessing you just use sophisticated storage, you know, with the barrels and stuff. Storage in motion, okay. Starbuncle Mania's not in here, there's no Ars Nouveau. Steve's Carts? Wait, Steve's Carts was in here? Jeez, okay, alright. I mean, let's see, Storage Delight, Structury, Structurized, Style Colony, Super Factory Manager. Oh no, they took out Super Factory Manager. Yeah, if you're gonna create a light pack and you use Super Factory Manager for everything, that's like, you know, optimizing everything, right? You don't need to place down all those fancy machines and everything, just like bringing down the FPS. Use Super Factory Manager for everything. Let's see, Supplementary, Sushiko Crafting, Sussy Sniffers, Tempad. Those Tempads in here? Okay, alright. Terra Blender, Tesseract, DRG, Bumble Zone, the Undergarden, Time in a Bottle. Uh-oh, they got rid of Time in a Bottle. Don't just die things timeline either. Let's see, Tombstone. Okay, they took out the Tombstone? What the hell are you gonna do with the Tombstones? Okay, alright. Town Talk, Transfer Labels, Trash Slot, Tree Tap, Trophy Manager. It had a manager? Oh, okay, alright. Twilight Forest, TNT Neoforge, whatever that is, Underground Villages, Universal Grid, Uranus, the Utility Vest, Helsha, Zia, Variants and Adventures, Villages and Pillages, Wireless Chargers, World Edit, that's mine, that's mine, XNet, X-Tones Reworked, okay, Override, okay, yet another config, Young's Better Stuff, okay, Zero Core, Security Craft, and CTOV, Connect Textures, I'm thinking. So yeah, they took out half the mods here, estimate half the mods, and some of the mods that you've taken out, well, I didn't really agree with that because, well, I like those mods. So yeah, I mean, that's not to say that you couldn't just add those mods into a light pack, you know, just tailor it to how you want to play for the light pack. But I'm starting to think, what the heck are you going to do in the light pack now? I mean, there's no, I guess you can just build factories and stuff. Is there a goal in here yet? Let's go back in here and see if they put any of the quests in here. And let me just turn off the bar here. Okay, great. All right, so it doesn't look like we have a biomes mod in here. So, I mean, it's not completely necessary to have like a biomes mod in here. It still looks okay. I mean, it's Minecraft after all. It's come a long way in visual looks. And besides, you're not gonna be like flying everywhere, just looking at pretty things. You're here to build a damn factory, you know? Okay, all right. Village. Okay. Ooh. I thought that guy didn't have a face. Okay, all right. Unemployed. All right. Let's just do this. Game rule. Days. No. Hold on. The due day cycle. All right. There we go. False. Time set noon. Okay. There we go. Better. All right. So let's go in here. I'm gonna take a look at the star. Do we have a star recipe? Ultimate crafting! Ultimate singularity, okay. Extended crafting. Nexium emitter. Pulsating black hole, okay. Alright, ultimate singularity. Okay, bronze singularity. Quantum compression, okay. Alright, okay. This is just like what they had in To the Sky. I think, in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier, you know. See, Winter's Compass. What the heck is this? Combination crafting. With the right dust. Okay. With a builder and then start blocks. Then you make that thing. Oh, alright. It's not that bad. Not that bad. You just combine these with this, and that's it. Okay. Alright, and probability. Ah. That's different. Yeah. That's different. Combination crafting. Crafting core and a pedestal. Okay, so it looks like some kind of like, this thing goes in the middle, and you have like a couple of pedestals that you place down? Is that it? Oh. 2 times that stuff, and... I'm guessing so. Let me press U on this thing. Holy crap. Alright. So, looks like all the sub-ingredients over there. You need to use this thing in order to craft it, and then you need to combine it with the singularity. Now, singularity isn't the worst thing in the world, you know, it's just like, it takes like a whole bunch of materials and resources, and that's it. 128 items in order to make one of these things. How about the ultimate singularity? You just take all that in order to make it? See, redstone. Some of these will probably take a lot longer than the other ones, you know, like the redstone, maybe the glowstone, maybe the platinum stuff, like the steel that you need to do. And they need to take out the bees. They did take out the mystical agriculture, you know. So good luck with that. With that steel blend. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. That'll take a while. Upgrades. Let's see. Steel. Does it tell me what the max is? 8. 8. Okay. It's set to 8, and that one's set to 8. Now, I forget which one's 4. Is like both 8 now? Is that by default? I forget which one's which. Well. It's not 32, so that's for sure. How about the add-ons for Industrial Foregoing? Alright, that's up to tier 2. And we don't have the souls. That's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. We don't have any garden closures. I mean, thank goodness we have the pylons. You start that early, you know. Then you got like a lot of stuff. Now, of course, you do have less mods, so that means if you're going to depend on a particular mod for resource generation, then that's tough luck, you know. Okay, Apothic enchantments. See, we have Boon of the Earth. You know, if it comes down to that, you gotta use it. You gotta use it. See, all these charms, okay. Alright, at least he left Apothic stuff in here. Jeez. Alright, let me go back up here. How about the Godforge Pearls? Can you get that, like, salvage? Oh, okay, alright. Cool. Alright, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's like a few more extra steps and that's it. You know? How about the alloy block? Yeah, you can't make that one yet. Oh, okay, alright. It is version 1.0, so they just might end up adding a few more mods to the pack, you know, just to finish all this stuff. Vibranium alloy. Okay, they left that one in there. Let's see, unobtainium, aluminium alloy. What happened to the other one, though? This unobtainium vibranium. This is unobtainium aluminium. I wonder where the other one is. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Unobtainium aluminium alloy blocks. Oh, hold on. Quest. Aluminium alloy paxo. But you can't even make this. What the heck? There's no recipe. How about the block? Okay, alright. Let's check out the quest. Like, ooh. The light version. 10. They probably copy like most of the quests over from 10 or something. Or maybe from like To the Sky. Tips and tricks. Main quest line. The beginning. Okay. The deep dark. Wait, didn't you remove that? Oh, that's the vanilla one. Okay. Get the wither there, the end city. Okay. Let's see, power storage. Alright. Artifacts, basic armor, basic tools, basic storage. Okay. A2, modular routers, pylons, classic spawners, foods and farming, HNN, basic power, razor furnace, okay, mechanism stuff, power stuff. I mean, you can still do something about this. Gothic enchantments, cultism, okay. Alright. But I guarantee it, if you ever play 10, and you play the light version, you'll find yourself missing a couple of mods, you know? Like, so, oh, I can do this, and then suddenly it's not in the pack. And it's like, aw. And then you feel like you're roughing it. Out in the woods, you know? You're going camping without your phone. So, yeah. Alright, so this is the light version. I'm hoping that it's going to be worked on some more. Because you're playing the light pack because you're on a less than speedier computer. And you can't possibly play like the big, beefy Aldermods 10 pack. And if it were up to me, I would go for the Aldermods 10 pack and not the light version. And just dial down the settings, you know. Not play with shaders. It's fine. It's fine. It's not very, it's not absolutely necessary in order to play the shaders. It still looks okay. It's vanilla Minecraft. You're playing vanilla Minecraft without shaders long before this, you know. And you haven't stopped. So, yeah. Even though that your favorite mod is not in here, or a mod that you're familiar with, in order to do certain things in modded Minecraft, you probably have to do things a little bit differently in this particular pack, you know. I kind of like saw ore berries in the pack. Maybe that's your resource generation right there. Look at this. This is from Takers' stuff. Iron ore berries and everything like that. And juice. Yummy. Do we have the metalworks in here? Probably not, right? Productive. Okay, alright. We probably do have the hydros, right? Yeah, we have the hydros. Okay. Alright, better than nothing, I suppose. You know what? You can probably put the ore berries on top of this thing. Or maybe on top of this thing, who knows? Or maybe just put it inside the machine. This one goes on top. Okay, all right. You had to probably do things a little bit different in this particular pack in order to get there. Yeah, it's a fresher take, I suppose. It's like to the sky, kinda. And then they just like put, well, not to the sky. They put land on it. Pylons and stuff. Oh, thank goodness they put the pylons in there. Jeez. All right, we got the jetpacks and everything. Croptopia. You know, I'm betting that you can make the flying ring in here. Yeah. So that's the gem. All right, we don't have just started things. Never mind. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where oh, I can do just started things, and then you go looking for it, and it's not in the pack. Clumps. Titanium clumps. Oh, that's for the mechanism stuff. Okay. All right. Cool. Feeding trough for, oh yeah, the farming for blockhead stuff. Oh yeah, that's the red fertilizer. And since we have AE2, you can use the growth accelerators. Okay, yeah, many ways, many paths in order to do things in modded Minecraft. So you may have to refine your paths and just take like different paths down the road. Okay, all right. So there we have it. This is Automods 10 Lite version 1.0. I'm sure they had to make sacrifices in order to reboot certain mods and everything like that. And I'm sure it's continually being worked on, continue to be worked on in the future. Maybe they'll add like some much needed mod in the future. But I'm thinking that they'll think long and hard before adding that particular mod in a light pack like this. You know, for potato PCs. And yeah, I've been there. So let me know, comment section down below. Are you gonna play this particular pack because you're on a potato PC, or maybe just looking for a fresh challenge? So yeah, this is Automods 10 Lite version. I've been Bone Block, and I'll see you next time.